Hello everybody, today we will solve example 14. Let's read the problem. Calculate the equilibrium compositions at 1000 Kelvin and 1 bar of a gas phase system containing the species methane, water, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen. In the initial unreacted state, there are present 2 moles of methane and 3 moles of water. The values for the delta G of formation at standard pressure and 1000 Kelvin are the following. Okay, so it's given for all of the species that are compounds. For the given, so we're given the gas phase system consisting of the following species. Temperature is 1000 Kelvin, pressure is 1 bar. The initial state is that we have 2 moles of methane and 3 moles of water. And we're also given the delta G of formation at standard pressure and at 1000 Kelvin. The required is the equilibrium composition. So that's Y sub I. The first step is to evaluate the capital A sub K. And after that, evaluate the small letter a sub ik. So for capital letter A sub k, we do that for all of the elements. So we have in the system we have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And this is evaluated at the initial state. So for carbon, initially we have 2 moles of methane. So we have 2 for A sub C, and we don't have a carbon in the moles of water. For oxygen, we have oxygen in the number of moles of water, so that is 3. So A sub O is 3 because we have 3 moles of water initially. And then for hydrogen, we have hydrogen in the methane and water. So we multiply that. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 6 because we have 6 atoms of water in this, or uh, 6 moles of water of hydrogen in this uh, initial moles of water. So that gives us 14. Okay? And after evaluating capital letter K, A sub K, we now make a table for small letter a sub ik. And this is the table. Uh, on the first row, we have the element K, carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. And then on the first column, we have the species, methane, water, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen. And for each of the, so I also wrote here the capital letter A sub K for each of the element. For each of the species, we count the number of atoms of K per molecule of species I. For example, for the species methane, under the column of carbon, it only has 1 carbon. And then for the species water, under the column carbon, it has 0 carbon. So let's look at another example. Say we have methane under the column hydrogen. So we have um, 4, the count is 4. So we have 4 uh, atoms of hydrogen in methane, and so on and so forth. So this table is um, is written. Next is we use this equation. Okay, so this was derived earlier, and we use this equation to write uh, e- the equilibrium equations for each of the 5 species. But first, we assume that the system is an ideal gas system because first, the pressure is at 1 bar, so that's low, and temperature is 1000 Kelvin, so that's high. Therefore, it's valid to assume that our system is an ideal gas. With that, we can, with that assumption, the fugacity coefficient in solution, so phi hat of each species can be assumed to be equal to 1. And also our P over P naught, since P is 1 bar and P naught is 1 bar, this is just equal to 1. And that leaves us inside the parenthesis y sub I. And what is y sub I? It's simply n sub I divided by the total number of moles of the species. So summation of n sub I. So this is n total. Therefore, our equation can be written as this one. So this is the base equation, and it's transformed into this working equation wherein we already substituted the values for the fugacity coefficient and P over P naught, leaving us with y sub I, which we expanded into the number of moles of species I divided by the total number of moles. So the next step is to expand this equation for each of the species. And as you can see here, we have the lambda sub k and also the small letter a sub I k. And we have to expand this for each of the equation. Let's look at an example. Since we have 5 species, we do it for each of the 5. Let's begin with methane. So the first term is the delta G of formation at standard pressure. And that is already given to us in the problem right here. Delta G of formation of methane. So we input that into our equation right here, divided by RT, plus the natural log of the number of moles of methane over the total number of moles. And then we get to the part where we expand the third term, okay, for each of the atoms. First, starting with carbon, which has so carbon over RT, and the coefficient is just 1 because based on our evaluation earlier, A sub CH4C is 1. So the coefficient right here is 1. However, for hydrogen, the coefficient is 4. Okay, so based on our evaluation, it's 4. And we do the same for all of the species, for water, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen. So notice that only methane has a positive delta G of formation. Let me look at the given. So right there. And also notice that for hydrogen, there's no delta G of formation. It's assumed to be 0 for the element. Okay, so after writing the equilibrium equation for the 5 species, the next step is to make a material balance, or more specifically, an atom balance. And we do this by using this equation. Remember that we already evaluated the value of capital A sub k earlier. So we have 3 atoms or 3 kinds of atoms. We have C, H, and O, and we make a balance for each. So for carbon, there is carbon in methane, carbon monoxide, and carbon dioxide. And remember, our capital letter A sub k earlier is 2. So this is the initial number of moles of carbon in the system. And next for hydrogen, it's important to note that um, we multiply the number of moles with the coefficient with small letter a sub I k. So for example, for methane, uh, the balance of hydrogen, the coefficient for methane is number 4. And this is derived from the table earlier. For water, the coefficient is 2, and for hydrogen, it's 2. And it's equal to the number 14 because it is the A sub k that we evaluated earlier, the number of moles of hydrogen initially in the system. And we do the same for the element O. The final equation is the summation of all of the number of moles, and this would give us the total number of moles in the system. So n, summation of n sub I. Now that we have these equations, so let's count the number of equations, 5. Then we have 4 right here. That's 9 equations. And let's count the number of unknowns. It's also, so we have n for every species, so that's 5. And we also have the lambda for for each of the atoms. So that's 3. So 5 plus 3, that's 8. But we also have another unknown, which is the total number of moles. So that gives us 9 total of unknowns. So now we have 9 equations and 9 unknowns. And the next challenge is to solve this system of linear equations. 9 equations. Not sure if this is linear. Probably not because there's a natural log. I'll check. Um, it's a nonlinear, okay, because of the nonlinear uh, equation. So we have 9 equation, 9 unknowns. How do we solve this? For our purposes, we would use a solver. And one option is, supposedly an option is Excel, but I tried this one using Excel. So let me share it with you. Okay, hold on. Share Excel. So I'm showing the Excel. The same thing like how I did it in example 13. These are the variables, the 9 unknowns. So we have 9. Let me zoom in. Okay. So I initially put 0 for each 0 value, and then objective function is arbitrarily max one of the variables. And then for each of the constraints, so I inputted all of the equations that we formulated earlier. This one, the 5 equations and the additional 4 equations. So I inputted that in Excel, and also the equivalent, the right-hand side of the equation. So notice that this is capital letter A sub k right here. And then I tried solving it using the solver, uh, since should be GRG nonlinear. However, Excel cannot. Okay, so let me share the screen. Okay, so the solver cannot find the solution uh, because probably because of some limitations in its oops, so some limitations of the solver itself. So what I did next is to use Lingo again. Okay, so I'm showing the Lingo screen right now. Huh? Okay, so it's important, by the way, before you start using Lingo, go to the menu and then solve the menu solver and then options, and then under the global solver, you have to check use global solver. Okay, so use global solver. So what I did was to arbitrarily set the objective function as maximize the number of moles of methane, but this can be changed, depends on you. By the way, Lingo is an optimization solver, but for our purposes, we are just using the solver part. And then I inputted all of the equations. In Lingo, natural log is uh, the syntax is at log. So why? Let me share the, okay. So I'm sharing the manual for Lingo. So see here that the syntax for natural log is log x. For log 10, it's log base 10 is log 10x. So that's the reason why it's log, not ln. So I inputted all of the equations and notice that for the total number of moles, I use NT as the variable. So these are the equations, the equilibrium equations, and these are the material balance equations. Next, I click the solver. Okay. And then it outputted this one. So it was able to calculate. And notice that it also said global optimal solution found. So what I did was to copy paste this into Excel. Okay, so copy pasted that into Excel. So hold on, please. It's giving me, okay. There. So this is the copy pasted values. But these are the number of moles. What we need in the problem is y sub I, the mole fractions. So what you need to do is divide everything by the total number of moles. So by the way, when you add this, it should get the same value as the total number of moles right here. Notice here is equal to that. So you divide the number of moles of each species with the total number of moles to get the mole fraction. And this actually are the correct answers. Okay, so these are the correct answers. Let me go back to the whiteboard. Okay, hold on. Right. So now that we have the final answers, this actually is the end of the problem. So notice that the lambda c over RT, which are calculated, have no significance. Uh, they're just included here for completeness. And this ends the solution for problem number 14. So I'll stop the video now.